What's good? I hope you're having a fantastic day or a fantastic night. Either way, I hope y'all having a great one. This is a special video that I wanted to do after Avatar. This is my top 10 most anticipated games of 2024. This year has been insane. 2023 has been a great year for gaming, with Atomic Heart, Dead Space, Spider-Man 2, Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Assassin's Creed Mirage, Lies of P, and so many other gems that I'm so happy that I got to experience, and games that I have not experienced. Pretty much like Hi-Fi Rush, I wish I played that game very much. But as we are tending to a close with 2023, it might be uploaded today on the 31st of December or on New Year's. We shall see how this editing stuff is and see how quick I am with this. Before we get started, make sure you like and subscribe. Thank you for all the love and support that we had on this channel so far. Without further ado, let's start with the honorable mentions first. Here we go. With our honorable mentions, I want to start with Dragon's Dogma 2, which is the sequel to Dragon's Dogma. Pretty much, I am still playing the first one. It's been a while since I played the first one. I am going to get back into it. I know it's a lot of content on that game, so it's probably going to take a while until I get into Dragon's Dogma 2. But I know a lot of people are very excited to see it when it comes out on 2024. Another game that I'm also excited for that didn't make it to my top 10 list is Destiny 2. The Final Shape. I know some people are surprised with that. I am a Destiny head. I love Destiny. Even though Bungie had some problems recently based off a lot of layoffs that has been happening over there, and it's always a downhill and uprising spiral with Bungie and Destiny 2, pretty much with all their DLCs. So I know the Final Shape is going to boost up their community, and hopefully the community has an amazing time with the game, where we are finally facing the Witness, and I might get back into it. I wasn't really a PvE person, but I do play all the story modes and all that stuff. I do play the story. I do play some of the raids, pretty much all the raids, but I don't really play raids as much. But Trials of Osiris, I do it all the time, as you can see. Yeah, I went 100 times and then I retired. I was like, I already got everything, so might as well stop. There's nothing else I can really do. So yeah, also a game that does not have a release date. Don't even know if it's coming out in 2024 because the amount of delays that they had twice. And that is Pragmata, a game that I was very, very excited for, especially with the music that they had at the ending. I don't know the full summary of the game, but I still remember the very last trailer that they gave us of the little girl giving a drawing, having, you know, a sad face emoji drawing and saying sorry, and that's just them saying that we're delaying it again so we can make the best game possible. So Capcom, I am ready for your freaking game. I don't mind waiting. So if this game really came out in 2024, this would already be in my top 10 list. But since we don't even know if it's coming out in 2024, it is off my list. So, but if it does come out in 2024, if there is a game that's coming out that same month, I am not playing that game. I'm playing Pragmata because I'm very excited for that one overall. But yeah, that is the other game. And that being all, that is pretty much it. So let's get to our top 10 most anticipated games of 2024. By the way, it is no order. So this is all random. All these games I'm excited for, I want to say equally, but I'm excited for all of them. The first game that I really want to talk about, I still have hopes for this game, and this is Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. In this game, you play as Harley Quinn, Deadshot, Captain Boomerang, and King Shark, who are recruited by Amanda Waller's infamous Task Force X, aka the Suicide Squad. So with this game, the goal is in the name, really. Something that is impossible, and that's to kill the Justice League. This is an open world metropolis ravaged by Brainiac's invasion and terrorized by the heroes who once protected it. Brainiac has controlled the whole population, turning humans into his minions, and with this you can play solo or you can play up to 3 players to play any of the missions your way. And I know there's a lot of problems with this because these are the creators of Rocksteady. They're the people who have created the amazing Batman Arkham trilogy. And they have been getting a lot of backlash for this because this is a third-person shooting game. It's definitely way different from Batman, and they said that it's supposed to be different. So we're doing something that is sort of crazy and we're gonna try it out, which is a third-person shooting game with these villains, which is like I mean, okay, we'll give it a try. I'm gonna give this a try. I am still excited for this game. I want to see, I feel like the story is going to be good, but the combat is going to be something that is going to be very off. But I feel like the story wise is going to be very, very good. So that's why I'm excited about this game. And you can customize your weapons and your gear. And they also have some different suits for all your characters, whatever you're going to use. I don't know what character I'm going to use yet, but I think it's mostly going to be Harley Quinn and King Shark. Pretty much the big two for me. So yeah, so we will see what happens when Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League comes February 2nd of 2024. The second game that I really want to talk about is a franchise that I didn't really play when I was younger or ever. This is the Metal Gear Solid franchise, but they are making a remake off of one of the games, and that is Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. This is a remake of the third Metal Gear Solid game. It's formed from the ground up. You play a snake as you stealth your way to stopping a weapon of mass destruction from triggering the largest war the world has ever seen. I know of Snake, I just never really played his games, but he looked pretty cool. I did play a little bit of Ground Zero, or was it Phantom Pain? Whichever one of the 5s, which was confusing to me because they had 2 different 5s. So I don't know if one of them was a DLC to that story. I have no idea. I haven't really played the whole thing. But yeah, I'm very excited to see how good it is, since it will be my introduction to the franchise when it comes out in 2024. Next up, my third most anticipated game is Alone in the Dark. It's really on this list because David Harbour is on it and he's one of my favorite actors. So I had to put it on here. I'm very excited for this one. And this is his debut in a video game, so that's pretty cool. So it is set in the 1920s. Emily Hartwood's uncle has gone missing. So her and her private investigator, Edward Carnby, embarks on a journey to Grosseto Manor. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Which is a home for mentally ill where something is lurking. It is a love letter to the 90s cult classic horror game. It was set to release in October 25th of this year, but it had to get delayed based off of all the big games that had come out during that month, with Assassin's Creed and Spider-Man and also Alan Wake. A lot of people would probably never see this game and never really play it. So I'm very excited to see when this game comes out in March 20th of 2024. Yeah, this is the next day, and while editing this video, I forgot to put number 4 on that list, so I'm gonna put it on here. On number 4 on that list, it is from the developers at Nomada Studios, the people that gave us that beautiful game, a game that I played about 2 weeks ago, that was called Grease. They have a new game that's coming out in 2024, and this game called, I think it's gonna be called Neva. So this is based off of the story of Alba, a young woman bound to a curious wolf cub following a traumatic encounter with dark forces. Together they embarked on a journey through a once beautiful world as it slowly decays around them. Over time, the relationship evolves throughout the story, going through dangerous situations, of course. So they have to fight their way to survive to make a new home. I remember seeing this in one of the state of plays that they had a couple of months ago, I think. It was a very emotional type of trailer. Music was beyond me. It was freaking beautiful. And since it was from Nomad, I was like, of course, I'm definitely going to be playing this game. And it looks beautiful, heartbreaking, emotional, amazing type of game that I feel like I will be playing for sure when it releases sometime in 2024. So yeah, Ask Josh. Over there. Our fifth most anticipated game on the list is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I'm not gonna have the full description because I'm still playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. I am on chapter 17, so we'll talk about it when the game releases in February 29th, 2024. I'm very excited also because one of the singers, Lauren Allred, hopefully I'm saying it right, sorry if I said it wrong, she had a song in the game and she introduced it during the Game Awards. If you have missed it, she is amazing. She also did the song Never Enough on The Greatest Showman, by the way. So that's how I knew of her. So yeah, I'm very excited to see Final Fantasy VII Rebirth when it releases February 29th of 2024. And number 6 most anticipated game is a game called Stellar Blade. You play as Eve, who you have to take on the Natabus. Is that what it's called? I don't even know. Who is a force destroying the Earth. So Eve has to save humanity from extinction, unraveling the mysteries of Earth's downfall. So it was called Project Eve, and it was supposed to be out on all platforms, but PlayStation was like, yeah, let me take that from you. Let me sign this contract. You're with us now. So now Stellar Blade is a PlayStation exclusive. We shall see what happens when it comes out sometime in 2024. Hopefully. It looks like a very good game. It looks like a very quick pace, stylish slash type of game. So I'm very excited to see what it brings. So yeah, at number 6, there are 2 games that I'm very excited for that has to deal with choice, and choice is what I like in a game. Games that give you choices, and those choices can cause mayhem or it can cause peacefulness. Maybe, we shall see. But with my number 7th most anticipated game, it is Rise of the Ronin. As a Ronin, your destiny is your own. This is set in 1863 Japan. After 3 centuries of the Tokugawa shogunate's oppressive rule, the black ships of the West descends upon the nation's borders, and the country falls into a state of turmoil. Amidst the chaos of war, disease, and political unrest, a nameless warrior forges their own path, holding the very fate of Japan in their hands. So with this story, this is a multi-choice system type of game. But based on this multi-system, it is based on what character you ally with, whether you assassinate or protect a key figure to the story, and it will shape the course of history. So we shall see what happens. Will I do a bad thing? Will I do a good thing? I have no idea. We shall see what happens when this game launches March 22nd of 2024. Another major consequence type of game at my number 7? No, this is number 8. Jeez. So at my number 8 most anticipated game is called Banishers Ghost of New Eden. This game is a story-driven action RPG from Dontnod. This is their very first action RPG, by the way. So I'm very excited to see how they do this. So this is where choices have major consequences, and this is getting really good. So hear me out. In the place of New Eden in 1695, 2 lovers and banishers that go by the names of Antia and Red, who vowed as ghost hunters to protect the living from the threat of ghosts and specters. As banishers, they have an oath: life to the living, death to the death. In their last mission, Antia is fatally wounded and she becomes one of the spirits she hates. So we as a player get to decide, do we want to let her go and this sinned, or try to bring her back by trying to resurrect her, which means that Red would have to take as many lives as possible to bring Antia back, which will also break the Banisher's oath. So you get to play both characters, Antia and Red, based off of switches, and I think there's a cooldown for the amount of times you can use Antia, and then you'll go back to Red, where it's like a cool off thing. I think, I might be wrong, but that's how I saw it during the gameplay. We shall see what happens in that game. And the crazy part is, it's not just one ending, not two, not three, but 5 different endings. So are you going to take as many lives? It can be innocent people, bad people, but we shall see when that game comes out February 13th of 2024. So at number 9, our most anticipated game that I'm very excited for is Star Wars Outlaws. This is their first open world Star Wars game, which is insane. I haven't played Star Wars for a while. I loved Force Unleashed, so I'm happy to get back into Star Wars. This is the first ever open world Star Wars game. So you play as Kay Vess, an emerging scoundrel who wants to start a new life. You get to fight, steal, and outwit your way through the galaxy, since you are in the galaxy's most wanted list. And I mean, you have an amazing pet called Nix. So also, you can explore other planets with your ship, and you'll get to have battles against the Empire on your ship. So you get to have ship battles, which I'm very interested on how that will work and see how fun that will be. So we shall see what happens when that game launches in 2024. And at number 10, my most anticipated game of 2024 is Hellblade 2. If you guys watch the channel, you know how much I love Hellblade. I'm very happy that I played the first Hellblade on the channel. And man, it is crazy, weird, sort of confusing, fun, very, very violent, crazy experience for me. So in this one, Sinubo returns in a brutal journey of survival through the myth and torment of the Viking Iceland. Intent on saving those who have fallen victim to the horrors of tyranny, Sinubo faces a battle of overcoming the darkness within and without. And the visuals look beautiful. I've been watching some of Ninja Theory's videos, and it is freaking insane to me. Watching these videos of them crafting the character on the actress Melina Juergens, them getting every detail in costume so they can put it in game, so they don't have to CGI any of material in the game. And it's freaking insane to see how crazy it is, and for it to be now a AAA game, them having so much more to build up their story. So I'm very excited to see when this releases in 2024. I don't know how I'm going to be playing that game. I do not trust this laptop. I might have to get an Xbox, or I have no idea how we're going to do this, but we're going to find a way to play Hellblade 2 when it releases. But yeah, that is pretty much it with my top 10 list. What are your top 10 most anticipated games of the year? Let me know in the comment section. In the comic section. Let me know what your top 10 most anticipated games in the comment section down below. It doesn't have to be in order. It is up to you. I'm very excited to see what y'all have. And yeah, that's going to end it with the year, man. I don't know if this is going to be releasing on New Year's Eve or on New Year's Day. We shall see. And I will see you in the next video, which we will be playing The Last of Us. Pretty much the whole month of January is pretty much The Last of Us, where we're going to play The Last of Us Part 1 and 2. So y'all be ready for that. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.